Greetings everyone from our new place. Now you're probably wondering,
Where the hell have you been?
because it's been over a year. Now as a YouTube content creator, there is always that little voice in the back of your mind that whenever you're spending free time on anything else but YouTube, and I'm sure other content creators that are watching this know that feeling, you get that little voice that tells you should be working on YouTube. And I definitely had a lot of that little voice in my mind last year, but I had to take priorities. So, what was the story? Well, last year, Lyrit and I were still living in our older rental apartment, and it was gonna get demolished. Now, we needed to find a new place to live. It isn't that extreme, you could just get a new rental, but we wanted to buy a new house for a long time, so we saw it as the perfect opportunity to try and find a new home. Now, as you know, in this day and age, that isn't too easy at all in the slightest. So the first 5 months of 2024 was nothing but looking at houses, visiting them and trying to bid for them and then failing. Eventually, I think it was our 12th house or something like that, we hit the home run and we got the place I'm standing in right now. Now, by September, after all the paperwork and the finances over the summer and all of that long process, we got the key, and then the renovation process started and we had to make the place all the way to our tastes. Now, we're very proud of how the home turned out, and we put all our funds into new furniture and we saved up a lot to make it exactly the way we like it. Now, it's a 6-bedroom house. So all of a sudden we have a huge amount of space, especially because there's no children yet. So we obviously have so much spare rooms. So one of the spare rooms I could completely dedicate to one big man cave, or the YouTube room, if you will, which is the room I'm standing in right now. Now, there's a new microphone here to do all of the voice work that I like to do for YouTube. There is a moving desk that I can both sit and stand behind, all electronically. And there is this new little backdrop that I tried to make where I got all of my Bond stuff. So, I'm finally settled in. It's green light and I can go back to do the things that I like to do. Now, you're probably asking, what's the first thing you're gonna be doing now that you're back on YouTube? Well, the first thing we already did was record a new movie reaction. The next one that was up was the one for The World Is Not Enough. So that's gonna be the first one recorded in the new place, but it's gonna be exactly the same format as all of the ones we did up until Tomorrow Never Dies. So not a lot will change there. What we did do though, way back in 2021, before No Time to Die released, I got Lyrit to watch Quantum of Solace, Skyfall and Spectre for the simple reason that I did not want her to see No Time to Die, and then later in the movie reactions we would come to Quantum and Skyfall and she would already know that Eve is a moneypenny and that, the new Q, the way he was introduced. So I wanted her to see those movies before No Time to Die. So it's gonna be fun because after our The World Is Not Enough reaction, Die Another Day and Casino Royale, you will all of a sudden get 3 videos that are like recorded over 4 years ago, where we will look a lot younger, but that will be the movie reactions of her first time watching of those 3 films. Now, obviously the movie reactions to me are like a side project. The biggest passion that always thrived in this channel are the video essays. And in particular, probably still the most popular on my channel is my recapping 007 series. Now, I'm still mind blown by some of the amount of views these episodes had gotten. It's still, I can't comprehend it. So you may have noticed I've started remaking a lot of these episodes. I've remade Dr. No, From Russia With Love and Goldfinger, and even though they haven't reached the same amount of popularity the original ones did, the original ones were made over 9 years ago. So I like to think they are significantly upgraded in quality, in voice work, in knowledge, and in attention to detail. I dive so much more in depth into these movies. If you watch the Goldfinger episode, you'll see that there were a lot of things in there that I think weren't necessarily discussed by any of the other people I noticed making YouTube videos as well, at least not the ones I've seen. Maybe it's me, but if you are Goldfinger's personal pilot, why isn't she being his personal pilot right now?
And by the way, where is our host?
He flew on ahead.
What? Why? So you're telling me she flew all the way from Kentucky or Baltimore to Switzerland and back being the personal pilot of Goldfinger, and Goldfinger just took some other private jet instead? Why does Goldfinger's personal pilot have to be the one to fly Bond to Baltimore? Why wouldn't Goldfinger take the same plane so he can keep an eye on Bond? I mean, he knows exactly what Bond is capable of when he's alone with women working under him. He might just charm them against him. Isn't that a colossal mistake on Goldfinger's part? Or, at the very least, why not have Oddjob aboard of this plane? Or Quiche, just in case? Nah, better just leave Bond all alone with my personal pilot and this cute-looking Asian girl with golden triangular tits. That'll show him. So, that's what I like to do the most, these extensive videos. I think some of these episodes, especially the No Time to Die one and the previous remakes of the recapping episodes, they take over 50 hours each, you know, the scripting process and the voicing, the editing, and all of the stuff that comes with it in these gigantic projects. That's what I'm most known about. You know, you can tell I've had a year to kind of think what DutchBondFan means, and it went through so much things, but I just come to the conclusion that the video essays is just what I always come back to. These extensive projects is what I like to do best. Now, as for the other projects I have been doing, as you know, I've been doing the Reading 007 series, which are my reviews of the Fleming books. I'm going to continue those as well. It was definitely experimental how I did the format so far from Casino Royale to Fundable. Now, I was trying to be different. You know, most people that review a book would grab a book, whichever one they're reviewing, they would stand in front of the camera and they would, you know, discuss the book they've just read, which is fine. I tried to visualize it more in the Reading 007 series, and it's a bit hit and miss, but everyone that did watch it seems to really enjoy those videos. For the next one, I'm trying to see if I can do it a little bit different, maybe a little bit of talking in front of the camera, but also a little bit of voice work, a little bit of visualization. Maybe I'd like to try and use AI art to visualize it or something. I haven't made up my mind on that yet, and I'm still reading The Spy Who Loved Me in the first place. So in short, it's gonna be more of the same, just returning, and I'm just excited to really return to the game. I only wish I was so excited about Bond too, because that is the one thing that has been standing still ever since No Time to Die has been released. Nothing really has happened apart from loads of rumors throughout the years, and now the Amazon rumors and stuff, which is also a little bit of demotivating to be a Bond YouTuber, because there's just nothing going on, and which makes me so proud that people like Calvin Dyson and David Saritsky, which you could say are the big two on YouTube, they just keep on going. You know, it doesn't matter if Bond isn't around or if I'm on a hiatus again, they're just continuing, which is huge to me because it takes dedication. It's a huge compliment to those guys. In 2022, I did weekly uploads pretty much throughout that entire year. I've had something up almost every weekend, which was exhausting. It was fun, but it also made me do projects just for the sake of doing a project, because that was what I was going to do that week. And I have to say, Calvin and David, they they're really good at that. They just keep that going. For me, I like to do the extensive stuff, and I guess what I'm saying is I like to go back a little bit to quality over quantity. You know, do these massive projects whenever I can and whenever I have time, and then get them out of there. So there's going to be the movie reactions, there's going to be the remakes of the recapping 007 episodes, the reading series is going to continue, and obviously whatever content comes in between, whether that are ranking episodes or commentating on the news. So basically nothing that I haven't been doing so far, but just me upgraded in a new place with a new microphone, which I'm not using right now, by the way, but there is a new microphone that I'm going to be using when I'm voicing the videos, and all of that stuff is going to be interesting. So in short, thanks for the wait, thanks for sticking with this channel, and I hope you guys are excited for my return. Look out for the movie reaction of The World Is Not Enough coming up first in line, and then slowly going to the next remake, which of course is the one for Thunderball, which I have so much more detailed things to say about as well, just like I did with the first three, and I'm definitely confident that's going to be a significant upgrade from the original episode I made on it 9 years ago. So anyway guys, thanks a lot for being there, thanks a lot for sticking with me, and thanks a lot for watching this little long overdue update. I see you guys in the next video.